look nervous, buddy. Just take a deep breath. Count to 10. You've got this. Amazing. All right. So, welcome to another episode of outdoor or in real life interviews with Tom Terblanche. Today, we are chatting to you from the Wooden Frog in Tsawwassen, BC. And joining us today is Jude. So please give us your official introduction. What's your name, age, nationality, and team?
I'm Jude Sands. I'm from Ireland. I'm riding for the Above and Beyond Cancer Cycling Squad, sponsored by Bike World. And I'm 29.
Amazing. Jude, and obviously you're not actually in Ireland at the moment, so you live here with us in North Vancouver, BC. And when you're not riding, training, racing your bicycle, what do you like to spend your time doing?
Well, ride my bike mostly, but I work in a bike shop, North Shore Road Bike. So most of my time is spent at the shop working. So that's definitely an amazing thing to be doing. Other than that, mostly ride my bike, training, watching cycling. Pretty much everything about my life is cycling.
Amazing. So just bikes, and a little bit more bikes. Yeah, so Jude, you've been racing here with us in Canada as well as in Ireland. So how long has your career been? When did you start racing bikes?
I started racing quite late in my career, roughly about 19, so 10 years racing. It's been a pretty good career. Like most of it's been in Ireland itself. Did a little bit in England for the track, so that was quite fun. Mostly it's, riding pretty hard in Ireland with super aggressive racing. So the guys back there could tell you it's pretty tough.
Yeah, Europe definitely has a different level of performance when it comes to racing. And when it comes to that racing, you obviously can't be a master at everything. So what would you say your specialty is as a rider?
Being quite big, I'd like to say I'm a sprinter. I do sprint quite well. I will get into breakaways quite well. I'll work for the guys. I'll do a lot of domestique work too. So if I can go up for the win, I'm going to be your man for the sprint.
Amazing. So you're the guy we should be looking out for at the end of that lead-out train. So, talking about virtual racing now, it obviously hasn't been around for super long, but Jude, what was your first introduction to virtual racing?
Probably like most people was this year, getting stuck into Zwift racing along with RGT. With COVID, that's been the biggest thing to set off virtual racing. It's been a lot of fun with the guys. You can actually get to know the guys a little bit better through Discord, so you can chat while you're racing so you understand a bit more about each other, how you ride, your own sort of technique, what you can do. So it's definitely a very good way to get to know the team without actually having met the team yet.
Right, yeah. So I talked to your director or leader a little while ago, Randy Reichart, and he says you guys are pretty focused on virtual racing now, and you'll be transitioning to racing more gravel, and then at the end of the season, more road. So you obviously have been riding gravel. You've been riding a lot of gravel with me, actually. How do you think that's enhanced your training or your performance?
It's definitely having a good mix both indoors and outdoors. Indoors is great because you can just keep the power down. You can't really stop. There's no freewheeling, there's no downhill, so there is no respite, so you're constantly putting the power down. It's great to get the outdoors though, especially in gravel, because your handling skills is going to be phenomenal when you're getting into the actual pack racing again. So you don't want to miss out on that, especially if you're stuck indoors racing for quite a long time and moving back into real road racing. It's going to be quite difficult for some riders to get stuck back into a pack. So to have a mix of both is perfect right now.
Yeah, so keeping the skill sharp on all levels. So what do you actually prefer? Do you prefer racing indoors or do you prefer racing outdoors?
Much prefer racing outdoors for sure, but I'm definitely very glad to still be racing indoors. It still gives you a competitive outlook, so you're still being motivated towards what you want to do outdoors, so it still gives you something to aim for.
Amazing, yeah. Keep your racing mind sharp and stay active. Now you've got some experience with both Zwift and you've done a bit of RGT in the last few weeks. What do you do to alter your technique when you switch from platform to platform?
You just got to be a bit more aware in RGT of the bunch method, where if you're too far at the back, you really got to get back in. Otherwise, if you're at the back, your race is almost over. You got to work your heart and soul to get back in that pack, and you really got to be careful when you're on top of other riders. Otherwise, you're going to disrupt the physics of the game. So it really helps to watch where your position is, and it is a lot more fun, a lot more active in RGT. Zwift is kind of more, you just got to keep the power down, and that's all it really is, while RGT is a lot more real life.
Right. Is that another one?
Is that for me?
Oh my gosh.
Is that for me?
No, it's for me.
St. Patrick's Day was Wednesday, not today.
All month, buddy, all month.
All right, back to the question. So to to perform well on RGT and Zwift, you need to have a pretty serious tech setup. So what kind of setup are you running for your Zwift setup?
I use the Cyrus H3. It's a great trainer, works really, really well. I don't have the platform they use, however, that probably will be my next investment, to have a much more steady platform that makes sure that as you're sprinting, as you're climbing, as you're doing anything in the game, it feels much more like real life, but also it actually protects your bike at the same time. So that's going to be the main thing. You don't want a full too stable situation, otherwise your bike is going to get destroyed.
Keep it loose on the trainer there. And my script died again. Amazing. I'm just so smooth here. Hey, watch yourself. So this last upcoming virtual racing series with the BC Cup hosted by Cycling BC is coming up next week. And you've obviously have some experience with Above and Beyond Cancer, but everybody's always improving. So what's a personal goal that you've got that you'd like to complete or fulfill with this upcoming series?
Me personally, I would like to get a win out of one of these races. We have such a great squad and quite a diverse squad so that we can pretty much use anyone at any time to fulfill our goal of winning each race. So I definitely think I have a great shot of winning one of these races. We also have Matt there, Matt Osborne, so fantastic rider. He's looking after all of us for sure. Randy as well, phenomenal engine. Timmy Bauer, who's so experienced within indoor training. It's incredible the amount of racing he does indoors. You also have Hayden Warner. So there's quite a few guys, including Campbell and Brandon. There's so many guys we have. We can use any one of our weapons at any time, basically.
Yeah, you guys have a very well-rounded squad when it comes to the virtual racing platforms. So you've named quite a lot of riders out there, and everybody's got a little bit of a different of a specialty, and you being a sprinter. Who's the guy that we should be looking out for when you guys are together that sparks are going to fly?
Timmy for sure. He likes to mix these big bold attacks, and it's always great to see because adds a bit of excitement to the racing. Hayden as well, he can just pop out at any moment, so he's fantastic to watch too. So those two guys I would definitely keep an eye on. For the real powerhouse, look out for Matt Osborne for sure. He is the guy that is gonna motor through everyone.
Yeah, he's just the bulldozer. He just rides through everything. As he says, welcome to Thunderdome. So, last one, fast one. I like to ask this question. When you're incredibly bonked, it's an hour and a half of racing in, and then you're tired. You got 400 meters to go. What's that one song that if it comes on the playlist, you'll get across the line in first place?
Fuel by Metallica. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Oh yeah.
Amazing. That's my choice as well. Metallica hits the spot every time. Well, thanks a lot for chatting with us today, Jude. We'll see you out on the race courses.
Thank you very much, Tom. Great to have me.
Worked on your T's and your P's. It should be pretty good. T's and P's. Yes, the TP.